study in 2008 showed that 65% of Australians, so that's 2 in 3, had used at least one or more complementary therapies in the previous 12 months. At the same time, a 2010 report showed that 2 out of 3 people with cancer had used at least one form of complementary therapy during their treatment. So this can't be ignored. Now, there's many reasons for this particular use and investigation by patients. Some wanting a healthier lifestyle that provides them hope, that their other therapies will work, feeling of control over their particular situation, enhancing quality of life, etc. So this is something that patients are doing and in some way, shape or form potentially benefiting from. So the question is, how do we go about assessing the safety and efficacy of these complementary therapies? Well, the area encompasses a broad range of philosophies of medicines and treatments to individual products. And so we've brought here tonight a diverse panel to discuss this very important topic. And so with that, I'll introduce our panelists for this evening. Firstly, Professor Alan Gunsassen. Alan is the Director of the National Institute of Complementary Medicine at the University of Western Sydney. He's a clinical researcher with over 25 years in Chinese medicine research, attracting funds from the US National Institute of Health, Australian National Health and Medical Research Council, AusIndustry, Department of Education, state governments and industry. And tonight, Alan will bring all of that clinical experience in Chinese medicinal research and discuss some of the major advances in the fields of complementary medicines. Thank you, Alan. Anthea Koulouris. Anthea actually went about 20 years ago embarked on this particular journey, and around 10 years into that journey, started a clinic just over the road here in Paddington and began her naturopathic career. And around about 10 years ago, she found the quintessential corner in Paddington, I understand, at a lovely little terrace, and started a Vivo. So Anthea's on the ground and actually acting in this field. Tonight she'll be talking about her direct experience. Associate Professor Colin Duke from the University of Sydney. Colin is the Head of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Sydney. He completed his Bachelor of Science studies in Botany and Chemistry, majoring in chemistry, and PhD studies on natural products, isolation, identification and synthesis. Tonight, Colin will be talking about development of propolis, a natural medicine ingredient produced by honeybees. Professor David Thomas is also with us. He's the Director of the Kinghorn Cancer Centre at the Garden Institute itself. David undertook his medical training at the University of Melbourne around about 20 years ago, followed by postgrad training as a Fellow of the Royal Australian College of Physicians of Medical Oncology. He also undertook doctoral studies at the University of Melbourne and was awarded his PhD in 1997. And tonight, David will be using and talking about the cutting-edge use of genomic approaches and personalised medicine therapies for cancer. So you can see that we have obviously a broad range of panelists this evening. How tonight will go is each of our panelists will deliver around about a 7 to 10 minute presentation. If they get to the 9 to 10 minute mark and we're still going, I'll give them a little tap on the shoulder, albeit a subtle one. Please do take note of questions as you go, so feel free to write them down, because at the end of that we'll all come back together and field any of your questions at that point in time. So with that,